I wish it was clickbait, but it's not. Yes, guys, I messed up. I messed up real bad. Find out more in this video. Hello and welcome to the Pine Street Capital YouTube channel where we talk all things trading and investing. My name is Ron and I'm the managing partner of Pine Street Capital. I've been trading for over 6 years and today we are going to be talking about my big mess up. So if you remember from last week, I was way up on the challenge and it was basically done, right? Unfortunately, after giving my victory speech, I messed up. And I'm going to tell you guys the story, but today is Saturday, so as usual, we are going to be doing something and I'm quite hungry, so we're going to go for breakfast and I'll tell you the story there. You recording?
Yeah.
Bring it here. Bring it here. I need to let everyone know this. So I decided when I finished my bachelor's degree that I was done with school. But this guy right here, sure, this guy decided, nah, I'm gonna continue with school. And guess what he decides to do? He decides to dump all of his assignments on me. Every single assignment.
That's why you're here.
Finance, Ron, I need help. I need you to do this question, I'll do the other one. Then marketing, Ron, I need you to do this question for me. I need you to come up with a marketing strategy for Corona. Come on, dog. I decided I was done with school, but you decided to continue. Come trade for it.
What are friends do? What are friends do? What are friends do?
I'm done with this. I am done with this. Okay, story time, guys. So let's talk about what actually happened this week. Now this week I came into the markets with the objective of completing the challenge. I didn't come in with the objective of actually trading and letting my edge play out over time. That's the biggest mistake I made. So coming into the markets on Monday, I was like, you know what, I'm going to take my $100 risk per trade. And I did it for the first few trades and I'm seeing, you know what, the market's range bound and not really getting anywhere. A few consecutive losing trades and you know what I decided to do? I'm like, you know what, this is getting boring. I came here to finish this challenge. So I'm going to take $200 risk on this trade. Take $200 risk, lose the trade. Then I'm like, you know what? This is really frustrating. There's no way I can have another consecutive losing trade. Statistically, it's really, really unlikely. So $400 risk on that trade. Then at the end of the day, I found myself just over $1,000 away from the target, and I was angry, I was frustrated, right? So I think it was Tuesday when I then came into the markets, same kind of attitude, and this time I'm like, you know what, I'm $1,000 away, I might as well go back to normal risk, right? So $500 risk per trade. The string of losers just continued and then at this point, by the end of Tuesday, I was on tilt, right? I was on tilt and completely beyond control. Then Wednesday, I came back into the markets. I was like, you know what, it's fine, I can probably control it. Wednesday, I somewhat controlled it, you know. I stuck to my maximum daily loss, but at this point in time, I was way down. I was very, very far from where I started now. it was really frustrating, you know. Then at some point I got below scratch. This was like Thursday, right? Then then Thursday I was just tired of the challenge. I was frustrated, you know. I was just about to hit the target. Now I'm further from the target than where I started, right? Then essentially that's when I went into gamble mode, right? At that point I was like, you know what, I've spent the last almost 2 months on this challenge. It's taking a huge toll on the rest of my businesses, and I can't really do anything, right? As in, I come into the markets every day. Trading is not that enjoyable anymore. I just want to get over and done with this, you know. So I went from essentially $500 risk per trade to $1,000 in some cases. Then, you know, it just spiraled out of control. Then I found myself about 2K away from the overall loss, and I was like, you know what, the good thing is I'll just be done with this, you know. So $2,000 risk on that one trade. If it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, it doesn't. 100 lots on NASDAQ. Then it starts working out in my favor, but you know what, at this point I was just like, you know, if it hits, it hits. Worst case scenario, I've lost the $500 on the thingy, on the challenge fee, but at least I've got my time back, you know. So although I did lose the challenge, I'm not too sad about it. I mean, it is frustrating that I didn't get the account, but the good thing is, you know, all of the income, time, attention, and everything that I've lost, I've got back. So in the next few scenes, I'm going to tell you exactly what I learned from taking the challenge, because I think we take our biggest lessons from our failures. So I definitely consider this a failure, and I'm definitely going to take a lot of lessons out of it. So we'll go into the lessons later on.
Oh, okay.
Say what's up to the fans. This time,
Hello, everybody.
you're not in the comment section.
Okay,
This time you're in the actual video.
Yo, you guys. Okay.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Huh? Oh, good. Oh, good. Nice. I wish I was celebrating.
Okay.
I wish I was. Oh yeah. Oh, definitely. As in, like, I came in, I think it was yesterday. Okay, so just got to Mr. Price, and unfortunately, because of the fact that I'm always hanging out with these two idiots, always taking my shades, I have to buy a new pair every month. So I'm sure you're probably wondering where they are. School children had to be school children, so he's doing his assignment. But anyway, you guys let me know which ones I should go for. I am more biased towards getting the exact same style. So I don't know, let's try these. Right. Yes, no, jeez. Can you at least wait for the comment section to let me know? Come on. Alright. Camera woman says no. In fact, whilst I'm trying these on, I might as well give you guys the lessons that I learned throughout the entire chapter. So, lesson number 1. I need systems and processes within all of the businesses that I run, right? So I've obviously got the trading company I run. I also run a digital marketing agency. And along with that, I also run an e-commerce store. So one thing I discovered is that I didn't have the systems and process. Jeez, come on. All right. She says no again. Anyway, as I was saying, I didn't have the systems and processes in place for me to sort of take on the challenge without it affecting anything else. So within the entire challenge, I had most of my focus on trading actively, which I usually don't do. One thing I've always said is you should fit your life around trading and not trading around your life, right? And when you do that, then that's when you're really leveraging the true freedom that trading gives you, right? So unfortunately, I let trading essentially, well, I had to live my life around trading at the end of the day, which is what caused a lot of the pressure, right? But yeah, that's pretty much lesson number one. I need to improve the systems and processes in place because I'm essentially my own bottleneck, right? So what do you guys think of these? Camerawoman, come on. Come on. Jeez. Okay. Is there anything here you actually like? Okay.
These ones that you picked.
Alright, great. So, yeah, that's lesson number one. Lesson number two is... What is lesson number two? I wrote it down, just give me a sec. Lesson number two is less is more, right? So I did mention that I was trading a lot more actively than I usually do. I usually live my life and then trade around it, right? But this time it was the other way around, and because of that, I was trading more frequently. And you would have remembered throughout the entire challenge, I found that a lot of the times when I was losing money were the days when I traded the most, right? So if I took, say, 10 trades in a day versus 3 trades in a day, it's more likely that the 3 trades day was the more profitable one. Right. I know you like these. I know you like these. Come on. There we go. There we go. You're very hard to please. But anyway, that's lesson number 2. And then lesson number 3. Just a sec. Lesson number 3 is do not impose your will on the market. And that is a valuable lesson from the very last week when I messed it all up, right? When you impose your own will on the market's gonna fight back. Because guess what? The market doesn't care if you need to hit this particular target today, tomorrow, whenever, right? The market just dishes out whatever hand it wants to dish out to you. So if you decide, I want to hit my profit target of, say, $5,000 in the next 2 days, 3 days, or whatever it is, the market frankly does not care about your targets. In fact, your targets are actually going to work against you, right? And that's exactly what caused the failure of the challenge this week. It's because I imposed my own will on the market. The market told me, I'm trading in a range-bound environment this week. So you should probably decrease your size, number one. You should probably also trade less frequently. But I was like, no, I need to hit that 5K target. I need to hit it now. And when you impose your will on the market within your own time frames, it's essentially a recipe for disaster. So when you do that, you essentially end up forking out a $500 fee, which unfortunately is gone now. And the worst thing that you could probably do is essentially have too much emotional attachment to it. Now, when I got into the challenge, the good thing is I was willing to lose the $500, right? But just imagine being in a challenge whereby, you know, you've paid a huge amount in fees. Say that money meant a lot to you. Say if you didn't pass that challenge, you wouldn't be able to meet your monthly obligations or whatever it is after having paid that fee, right? That puts you in a situation whereby you start imposing your will upon the market. Those are the 3 key lessons taken from the challenge. I hope you guys can learn from that. I hope it really helps you guys out. And unfortunately, we didn't hit the target, but hey, that's trading for you. You're not gonna hit the target all the time, but over time, you're gonna smash it. Anyway, probably going to go with the exact same pair as last time. I'm sure you guys probably remember these. Number 1, right? Just so you guys know, I do not spend money on this overpriced nonsense. This is for our overpaid cameraman. I pay you way too much for this. So now that you know the story and all of the lessons that I've taken out of it, it's time to go into my screen in the spirit of transparency to show you all of the losses that I've made and, you know, some of the big blunders that led to me actually failing this challenge. So let's jump into my screen. All right, so this is my performance, and as you can see, this is where we started out. So we started out pretty much straight up, right? So 101 first day, then 104, then obviously small risk, but then eventually I got frustrated and started increasing my risk, and this was essentially the downward spiral, right? And I only have myself to blame for this, because, you know, when you get into the market with the mentality of achieving a particular target, right? That's why I usually don't advocate for traders to have targets or anything like that. You know, just take whatever the market dishes out to you. If the market wants to be generous, you take advantage, you keep your bucket open, right? If the market doesn't want to be generous, don't force things. And this is exactly what having a profit target did to me. Having a profit target, or coming in expecting something from the market and telling the market, if you don't give me this, then you know, then I'm going to force it out of you, right? The market will teach you a lesson very quickly, and that is exactly what happened over here, right? Then eventually I just got frustrated with the entire thing. I was just like, you know what? If I'm going to spend, you know, the next 2 months trading this account, right? Then how much time have I lost? So at this point, when I got into drawdown, probably around here, I was just like, you know what? The best thing to do is to decrease my risk and slowly chip away at it, because I've got 60 days, right? But honestly speaking, I wasn't ready to spend the next 60 days trading this account, because it's taken focus away from my main account, number 1, and number 2 other businesses. So I was just like, you know what, trade to Rio, and increase my risk. And the whole idea behind me doing this was, there's one of 2 things that's going to happen. I'm either going to, because of huge size, get from here up there within one trade, or over a series of a few trades, I'm going to end up down here. And unfortunately, that didn't work out too well. So that is it. Unfortunately, I don't have the MT4 statement, because the moment you violate one of the rules, you no longer have access to the account. But the good thing is I hooked it to FX Blue, so you can actually see the stats on the account. As you can see, it was just a terrible run, and my win rate dropped to 26.8%, right? With a negative risk reward, so definitely not profitable during that period. And that's essentially what happens when you get into ill discipline. The moment your discipline disappears, you start getting into trades that don't meet your criteria, number one. Number two, you start to trade more frequently even though you know that market conditions aren't in your favor, which is exactly what I did. So that is my performance in a nutshell. Let's discuss it further. So unfortunately, this part of the story didn't end the way I ideally wanted to, right? And it sort of shows you that although we want to think there's a straight line to success, you know, it's ups and downs. But here's the thing, even in those ups and downs, your trajectory has to be towards the upside, right? So I guess this is just one of those downward periods within the entire trajectory, and I'm glad I did it here on YouTube in public for everyone to see, just so that, you know, you guys know this is real life. Their successes and their failures, and it's all about how you react to those failures at the end of the day, you know. As in, after failing the challenge, I could have just gone, you know what, I'm a complete failure, there's no need for me to make this kind of video. I wanted to show everyone that it's essentially a straight line, but that really wasn't the objective. The objective was to show you what I actually go through on a day-to-day basis. So as much as I have periods whereby I'm making profit, I do also have drawdowns, and that's just the reality of trading. And it's all about how you essentially bounce back from these. Now, if you're starting out in trading right now and you're going through one of your drawdown period, your first drawdown period, it feels like it's the end of the world, right? But obviously I've been doing this a long time, and I've gone through the drawdown periods just like this, right? And guess what? I'm still alive. I'm still in the game. So I guess the good thing about that is I'm better equipped to actually deal with these drawdowns. So if you're a beginner and you're going through one of these downward periods, right? Don't worry. Down the line, you're gonna thank yourself for continuing on this journey. So on that note, ladies and gentlemen, there definitely will be a season 2. The story cannot just end with me failing this challenge and that's it. No, I'm definitely going to do another challenge and show you the entire process again. Hopefully this time it ends even better. But with that said, guys, thank you so much for following the journey throughout this entire period. And unfortunately, after losing money this week, I guess the only thing that will make me feel better is giving away money, right? Man, that sounds really funny. But anyway, if you want to join a giveaway that we're giving away a trading account to someone within our Telegram channel, right? And you can join our Telegram channel using the first link in the description. I've linked it right below this video, and you join our Telegram group, and all the details about the giveaway are in there. So click on the link below, join our Telegram group, and you could be the winner of the trading account that we're giving away. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one.